Arkham City Wave 2, the second wave of figures in the Arkham City action figure line based on the video game of the same name, were released very shortly ago, not too long ago now, very shortly ago, isn't even a full sentence. I picked them up and have added them to my Arkham Asylum Arkham City figure collection, and today we're going to be taking a look at the worst figure in the entire range, the Mad Hatter. Jervis Tetch, the Mad Hatter, a man completely obsessed with Lewis Carroll's works, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, believes himself to be the living incarnation of the character of which he shares the name of, wearing a hat, having an obsession with hats, and sticking mind control devices into the hats he places on other people. In the Arkham City universe, he's constantly in search of his Alice and will do anything to get hold of her. If you read the Arkham City comics, he has a really cool arc, especially in the downloadable ones, where he takes control of Vicky Vale, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, like literally every female character he can get hold of, turning them into his Wonderland characters. It's a bit perverse, it's a bit creepy, but that's what the Mad Hatter is. His action figure, however, well, let's put it this way. Pros and cons. Pro. He's got a stand, unlike the other figures in the wave. That's it for pros. Time for the cons. He is tiny. He is minuscule. Here is the figure. Now, in the game, the Mad Hatter is quite small, but he's not this small. Let's take Batman, shall we? He's knee-high to a grasshopper. Like, he's child height. The Mad Hatter is not a child, yet he's child height. Now I know in the game when you encounter him, he's a spin-off mission. He's a mini sort of boss level where he claims Batman's mind and tries to make him sort of his enforcer. And you go through a nightmare fight sequence with a bunch of dudes who are also under the Mad Hatter's thrall. When you defeat him, he stays in the flat, the small building that you defeat him in, and he stays there and you can go back and talk to him. You can go back and talk to him as Catwoman for some extra dialogue. He's stood on a table. He's still taller than Batman and Catwoman. So, why is his figure this small? That's the first con. Let's move on to the rest. It's a lovely sculpt, but the problem is, the whole sculpt's been wasted by them giving him the articulation of an accessory figure. Like, he's incredibly limited. His ankles rotate. His waist rotates. His shoulders are on a slight, very stiff ball joint, and his wrists rotate. His head is on a very stiff ball joint, and his hat, even though moulded to his hairline, doesn't stay on very well unless really pushed. Now the detail is fantastic. The detail is very, very cool, but the size of him, the lack of articulation, and the simple fact that he's priced like the others in the range at full price, UK I think recommended retail $17.99, is a massive letdown. He should be an accessory figure, and by that I mean he should either be packaged with another figure, like the Scarface doll was with Joker, or he should be... I mean, look at that, Scarface is half his height. With the hat off, of course. He should either be packaged with another figure, like Scarface, or he should have a bunch of accessories packaged with him, like some of the older Star Wars figures. Star Wars Episode 1, I remember there was a backpack accessory for the Jedi, that came with like a few spare lightsaber holsters, but it also came with a load of other things like blasters and an extra robe, and they padded it out so that you weren't just buying an accessory or two. Now the Mad Hatter should have come at least with the freakish March hare mask March hare mask that Batman wears in the Nightmare sequence. If it came with that, that would be absolutely fantastic, because it'd be a terrifying accessory. He should also have come with maybe a Mad Hatter controlled goon, or a book of Alice in Wonderland or anything other than just being on his own. So I'm going to go out and say it. I'm not going to waste more time rambling because other reviewers have already talked about this. Really detailed figure, but absolutely rubbish. It's the only one to give it its due though, it's the only one that I've not seen many quality control programs with, so well done Jervis on that one. Okay guys, DC Direct's Mad Hatter from Arkham City Wave 2, I'm going to give him a terrifyingly low 3 out of 10 for being a nice desk ornament but nothing more. 3 out of 10. Stay tuned for more Arkham City Wave 2 reviews, or go to my Toys playlist to check out many more about other stuff and ting. Catch you later.